Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome to the AEW Revolution predictions video. Now this one is on my own. If this is your first one, I do predictions contest for WWE TNA, Impact Wrestling and WWE and NXT. I'm a very busy man. This is the first AEW predictions video I am ever doing on the channel. And I'm excited for this pay-per-view. I feel like it's a very unpredictable card, so I have a reputation for being pretty good at predictions. That's probably going to go out the window this week because... Sorry, my chair moved. This is probably going to go out the window this week because, quite simply, there's a lot here I really don't know the results of, and that's good, very good, because it's always good to have an unpredictable show, and that's not including the fact that AEW throwing curveballs left, right and centre when they want to. So without further ado, we'll start with the Buyin Match, which is Riho and Thunder Rosa versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD and Rebel. Now, for me, I feel like this needs to be Riho and Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa and Riho are two amazing wrestlers that main event stars really in the women's division that lost in the women's eliminated tournament. I feel like they need their wins back. This is a good way of doing it. It continues the feud between Thunder Rosa and Dr. Britt Baker, and Britt Baker can lose without actually losing. Rebel can take the pin. It's absolutely fine. There's no worries about that. So I feel like it should be a predictable match, especially as it's on the buy-in. But it's nice to see the women get more than one match on an AEW pay-per-view. And then we've got one very unpredictable match, which is the Casino Tag Team Battle Royale for a tag team title shot at the winners of the tag team title match later on in the show. So I'm going to quickly run through the teams now. So we got Bear Country, the Dark Order, which is Alex Reynolds and John Silver, the Dark Order, which is Eva Luno and Stu Grayson, the Inner Circle of Santana and Ortiz, the Butcher and the Blade, the Private Party, or just Private Party, Top Flight, Death Triangle, Varsity Blondes, the Sydal Brothers, SoCal Uncensored, the Natural Nightmares, the Chaos Project, Gun Club, and the Dark Order in Allin Angels and Preston Vance. This is off Wikipedia, by the way, so if one of those teams doesn't turn up, and they might have been in the match graphic, don't blame me. This is a hard one to predict. I feel like they're trying to throw us a curveball with Death Triangle. I think they could go with Death Triangle. Obviously, Death Triangle getting the entrance music in the midweek brawl. I feel like they're throwing us a curveball there. I feel like it should be a member of the Dark Order, as they've got like 3 teams in there. I feel like it could be the Inner Circle and Santana and Ortiz, especially if MJF and Chris Jericho win the tag team title match. I also feel like an outsider's pick would be SCU. I think SCU, obviously this whole storyline of if next time we lose a standard tag team match, that's it for us two. That's a worrying flipping stipulation, because that could mean they might rush it. They might rush that. I don't want them to, but they could here. I feel like they shouldn't. I feel like they need to hold off so they have a full arena tag team title match. Probably at All Out, I would say. Do it then. For me, I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with John Silver and Alex Reynolds of the Dark Order. I feel like this Dark Order thing could play into it. I don't know, actually. Do you know what? I'm going with the Inner Circle. I'm going with Santana and Ortiz here. I feel like that's a good choice. I really don't know what I've not got a clue. I've just picked a random team. I'm not going to go with the Dark Order for one reason. That's Matt Hardy can pay people off. That's another team that's probably not in there. Is TH2 is another one in there. But yeah, I would say I'm going to go with the Inner Circle. I think that's a good choice. I think for me it's got to be one of the members of the Dark Order, the Inner Circle or SCU or Death Triangle obviously, but I think they're trying to throw us off there. So I'm going to go with the Inner Circle and hope they get a win. Really not sure, and I honestly don't care in a nice way. I don't care because I feel like it would be a good match no matter what team really comes out with the win. Then we've got Miro and Kip Sabian with Penelope Ford versus the best friends of Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor. I'm gonna go with... This is another really difficult one because Miro hasn't lost yet. And the best friends, obviously you could have Trent come back. I don't know how long Trent's meant to be out for. If he's meant to come back soon, I would say that they're going to win that match. It's weird. They've really, not in a bad way, but they've 50-50 booked this rivalry very, very well. No one really looks like they're going to obviously win this one. I would say the safe pick is Miro and Kip Sabian to win, just because of Miro. I feel like they do have stock in Miro. They do want to do stuff with Miro. It's quite obvious. And I feel like a way would be for him to dominate in this match. Maybe you could move Miro on or whatever. I feel like this should be the end of the feud. Probably won't be, but it should be. So I feel like Miro coming out with the win would be a good shout. I love the fact that I just went with Miro on his own, not even Kip Sabian, not ignoring Kip Sabian, if I'm honest. Next up, we're going to go for the tag team title match, which is the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, versus the Inner Circle of Chris Jericho and MJF with Wardlow by their side. This is apparently opening the night as well, which is astonishing to me, but I do not mind, which is why I'm going to go with the Inner Circle. And again, I'm going to go with Chris Jericho and MJF. I feel like, for me, the Young Bucks haven't been disappointing champions. They've just not been great champions. And I feel like the Inner Circle right now, Chris Jericho and MJF on the high of the highs. And this is creating the breakup of the Inner Circle at some point. Obviously, Sammy Guevara's gone now. I feel like there's somewhere he could pop up. I'll get to that later. I feel like there's somewhere he could pop up, but I feel like with the Inner Circle, I feel like there's a lot of stock in these guys. And I think the Young Bucks with Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers, obviously they all have titles at the moment. If one of them doesn't have titles, would that mean that they treat them differently? I don't really know, and I would love to see them explore that. And I want to explore the idea of possibly an Inner Circle versus Inner Circle title match, which is why I went with the Inner Circle earlier. I'm probably going heart over head with the Casino Battle Royal, but I am going with my head. If you can't hear that, it's plain. I'm going to go with the Inner Circle of Chris Jericho and MJF. Obviously, I don't think they're going to be together long. They might have a short title reign, maybe drop it at Double or Nothing. But I don't mind that if that is the case, because I feel like put the titles on them now while they are hot, while they have all this storyline of why they should have the titles. Put it on them now. Don't waste time. Don't waste an opportunity. And there's an opportunity with the Young Bucks to obviously have that weird relationship with Kenny Omega as well. Right, so I'm going to go with Adam Page versus Matt Hardy in the big money match, which is the winner will receive the loser's 2021 first quarter earnings. I really like that stipulation. I don't know why. It's a pretty pointless stipulation because obviously they're not actually going to earn the money, but like, it's a bloody good stipulation with the people involved. I'm going to go with Adam Page here. I feel like Adam Page is setting up Adam Page for a rivalry with Kenny Omega in the future for the title. Spoiler alert for my later prediction. They are setting up Adam Page for that. Now, Adam Page getting a win here would be great. I feel like he's been on a downward slide recently. He's had troubles with the Dark Order and that relationship. He's had trouble with Matt Hardy. Obviously, the Dark Order are trying to help him out. I feel like him getting the win would be really good here, and it would just add to the stock of Adam Page. Everyone loves Adam Page at the moment and have loved him for over a year now. He's been hot as hell. Matt Hardy, I feel like having his gimmick of Big Money Matt and then having him lose this match and lose a lot of money would be quite funny and like quite comedic, as in like, you know, he's been giving out all this money left, right and centre. It'd be quite funny for him to try and like, because especially during the week he gave money to one of the members of TH2. I would love to see him try and like sneak that money back, as in like try and nick it back because he doesn't have much money. That would be quite funny. And I feel like it's similar to like the Young Bucks in the Inner Circle situation. I feel like, you know, Adam Page needs to win here and move on. Matt Hardy can use this loss and adapt his gimmick to the loss, so it doesn't hurt him at all, especially as he's a veteran of the business as well. Next up, I'm going to go with Hikaru Shida versus Ryo Mizunami for the AEW Women's World Championship. Here I'm going to go with Hikaru Shida. I think this is a pretty easy one to predict. They could swerve me. I predicted privately that a winner of the women's tournament would come from the Japan bracket. I had a feeling that was going to happen. It was either going to be Riho or someone from the Japan bracket. For me, I couldn't see anyone else getting it, only because what is the point of getting someone to fight in Japan, travel all the way over to America, do their quarantine, etc., and then lose to then travel back? It made sense for them to come over, win the finals, and then go on to the world title match, just to build the stock of obviously the other women that will be coming back to the AEW women's roster in the near future. And I feel like Ryo Mizunami, just judging by a match on AEW, was a bloody good match. I am excited for this match. Weirdly enough, I am excited for this match. I feel like it's going to be a cracking one. Just unfortunately, it's, for me, and I could eat my heart out, feels quite predictable, which is why I might not be as excited for it as I possibly should be. But yeah, I would definitely say that Hikaru Shida is going to win this, but it's going to make Mizunami look like a star. Next up is the face of the Revolution ladder match for a future AEW TNT Championship match, where Cody Rhodes with Arn Anderson faces Scorpio Sky, Penta, Al Zero Miedo, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. If I pronounced it right, go me. Versus Lance Archer with Jake Roberts versus Max Caster versus To Be Announced. I am going to do two predictions here, which is going to screw me over, but I always like doing this when there's a To Be Announced figure. I always like doing this. I am going to predict that this is going to be Sammy Guevara. Am I? No, because they're going to bring someone new in, aren't they? I don't know. Give me a break. I don't know. I really don't know. And that's the most annoying thing in the world. I do not know who this mystery person is going to be. Apparently, the only person who knows is Tony Khan. That came out as of recording this video today, and that's worrying because it means it probably won't be someone that's under contract in AEW. So could it be someone from Impact, which is what I'm thinking. I was going to go with Sammy Guevara. I think this could be Sammy Guevara, and I would love it to be. I'd love it to be Sammy Guevara. It won't be, but I'd love it to be. I feel like it needs to be someone from Impact, but I really don't know who's available on Impact right now that can come in here, have a really good showing. Possibly Chris Bay, maybe Chris Bay, because Ace Austin's in the other few. Maybe Chris Bay would be a good shout. I'm trying to think of like bigger names in in the X division in Impact. I'm gonna go with Chris Bay here. I feel like Chris Bay would be a great choice. He would add something very different to the match. He's a high flyer, but he's also young and cocky, very similar to Max Caster, really. I feel as though it could be a bigger guy. I feel like it's going to be a shock, whoever it is. I don't feel like it will be someone we're expecting, which is good. But I'm going to go with Chris Bay, and again, that is head over heart by a country mile. Heart over head, sorry. Very much heart over head. But the winner of the match, for me, I want to see Scorpio Sky win it. Scorpio Sky showed a lot of heelish nature while on commentary this week. I want to see that explored. I feel like this should be used to build someone else up. I feel like Lance Archer wouldn't lose anything from losing. Same as Cody Rhodes won't lose anything. Possibly Shaq could possibly get involved here. Penta, I would like to see Penta. Max Caster, I wouldn't like to see. I like the fact that he's in the match. I like it when one half of a tag team gets a single shot. I like that. To be announced, if it's someone big, I can see it being them. But I want to see Scorpio Sky. I feel like Scorpio Sky would be a great shout. I feel like Scorpio Sky is a great wrestler. He really is. And that heelish nature, I'd love to see it explored more often. And him versus Darby Allin is a main event quality match, easily. And the rise of Scorpio Sky came last year, and I want to see that progress because they put it on the back burner. I do not want to see it on the back burner any longer. No more. Pull it in, inject it into my veins. Next up is the street fight between Team Taz of Brian Cage and Ricky Starks, with Taz versus Darby Allin and Sting. This is a tough one because Team Taz have the numbers advantage and will probably be involved, but this is Sting's debut match. I'm going to go with Sting and Darby Allin. I feel like Darby Allin's lost a lot of matches to Team Taz. He lost to Brian Cage, which led to the TNT title match, which led to Sting getting involved in all of this. He's lost a few times to the members of Team Taz, especially Brian Cage. He's looked reasonably weak in comparison. I would love to see him win here. I feel like Darby Allin and Sting probably need the win. I don't mind if it's Team Taz because of the numbers advantage. Do not mind that at all. But I feel like it needs to be Darby Allin and Sting. For me, that's what I would do. And I'm just going to go with that. As I said, these AEW ones are so hard to predict. I really don't know what to do with most of these predictions. This could be a predictions contest where I end up with 0 correct. That is how unpredictable the bloody AEW ones are. But yeah, I'm going to go with Sting and Darby Allin here. I feel like, Darby Allin needs to move on from this, and obviously Sting needs to do whatever he does next as well. And the main event of the evening is I can't believe I'm saying this, an exploding barbed wire death match between the AEW World Champion Kenny Omega facing Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship. Now, I'm going to go with Kenny Omega. I feel like, again, this could be quite a predictable match, but I do not mind. I feel like this would give away, it would give a chance to Jon Moxley to go home and look after his kid. And also look after Renee Paquette. I feel like that it would be nice. He said that if this is the way he goes out, then great. Obviously, that could mean he leaves AEW. It could mean that he leaves the wrestling business entirely. It could just mean that he looks after his kid. And that I feel like that's what's going to happen. Kenny Omega needs to keep the title here. It would add to his cocky attitude. Don Callis can get involved. The Good Brothers can get involved. Do not give a rat's ass, really, what happens here. I just want to see an exploded barbed wire death match on pay-per-view. I've never seen one in my life. I'm scared at what it's going to be, but I'm excited at what it's going to be as well. Kenny Omega is on a hot streak right now. Jon Moxley deserves to just go home. Although the only factor is possibly the New Japan US title. Moxley would have to drop that to then look after his kid, unless New Japan let him work a very reduced schedule and obviously with him written off AEW television, to then get time, it would give him more time off to then do the New Japan stuff. So I don't know how that's going to work, but I do think it's going to be Kenny Omega here. So that is 9 matches that can go horribly wrong, and I am probably going to have the worst predictions contest I've ever had. The other thing I'm not going to predict, this is not an official prediction, although I would brag about it if I get it right. This one is what Paul White is announcing, and I know some people might have clicked on the video and expected me to use it as a proper predictions. I'm going to probably say Kurt Angle. It's an easy choice. It'll either be Kurt Angle or Rob Van Dam for me. I feel like that's where it's gonna go. But it could be anyone, let's be honest. It could literally be anyone. I thought it was going to be Christian. Genuinely thought it was going to be Christian, but apparently he signed a new deal. Brock Lesnar is another one, actually, that I think it could genuinely be. Brock goes wherever money is, and money is in AEW right now. I wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't surprise me. And Brock is the sort of person as well that wouldn't tell WWE that he's leaving, would he? Because Brock does what he wants, and that would piss off Vince, but I don't think Brock cares. Yeah, it could be any of those guys. I think the safe bet is Kurt Angle, but yeah, RVD or Brock could turn up. I want it to be Brock or Kurt Angle, really. RVD, he's alright, but yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Put in the comments down below your own predictions. What do you think is going to happen on this show? Because I'm very excited for this show. It's an exciting one, to say the least, and a very unpredictable one, as all AEW pay-per-views are nowadays. It's similar to like NXT pay-per-views, where it could go either way, which is why I love both of the promotions so much. But yeah, put down in the comments down below what you think. Hit that like button if you like this video. As I do a lot of predictions contests, so if you do enjoy me doing AEW predictions, then please hit that like button. If you're new here, please do hit that subscribe button as well, and check out my other content on the channel. I've got a lot you can check out, a lot of different series, some wrestling content, some non-wrestling content, so I'm very variety based. So if you are new here, please do subscribe and check out all that other stuff. That would be great. And hopefully you guys enjoy the AEW Revolution pay-per-view, and I shall see all of you in the next video. See ya!